start with Carly, and then we will go to Steven. Carly.
Recording in progress.
Hi, Angel. How are you?
Good. Good morning. How are you?
Good. My only question that I have for you, how would you kind of just evaluate not only your rookie season, but Coach Weatherspoon's rookie season as well in the WNBA?
Yeah, honestly, just being able to look back to May, or even the whole draft process for me, I got lucky. I'll always say this, and I'll forever say this. Being able to have a coach, not just within her first year, she played under Coach Mulkey, so similar experiences. So coming into this league, it became a breeze for me, just being able to have a coach that really believed in me and trusted in me. And just from the outside, obviously she had a lot of pressure on her because she is a first-year coach, and especially as a first-year coach as a Black woman, I know it wasn't easy for her. So I tried to even give her some type of, confidence when I always tell, we'll be fine, you'll be okay, because I know it's hard. And obviously coming from a 22-year-old, I don't know if that ever meant anything, but I know just being able to be there for her, because I know how hard it is to be a rookie at something or the first of something. So I will continuously and always say, I was lucky and blessed to be able to have Coach Spoon and continuing my years with her. I know everything just can continue to just get better.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and good luck this offseason.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Steven, then Nathan.
Angel, what's going on? How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. My question for you, just kind of looking at basketball as a whole, the term defensive anchor has evolved over the years, and I feel like you're a player that's kind of the torchbearer in that evolution. Can you just speak to how that shifted from basically rim protection as a defensive anchor to now being able to do multiple things on defense to keep the team intact?
Yeah, I think a lot of times a lot of people don't want to play defense, and I think that's a lost arc in our game at every level. I was talking to D. Wade 2 days ago, and he was just telling me, the mindset of just being able to switch that anchor and not always be a scorer. Because when I came out of college, obviously, I averaged a double-double. I was averaging 20 and 10. So being able to come into this league knowing that it wasn't going to be easy for me and kind of going to the things that I knew that I could be really dominant in and something that I know that can always get me over the edge. So just being able to come in, obviously, as a great rebounder, but defense is something I really wanted to focus on and tap into. I kind of told my coaches, I want to guard the best player, every game and try to do that. And this league is dominated by the fours. So as you guys know that. So being able to guard the best four in this league, it was ups and downs. Like I said, I always say from the beginning to my preseason game against Fee, I felt like I was exposed that first time, and I was like, I don't want to feel like that again. I feel like I was not ready. So just being able to kind of do that, doing the little things. I want to be able to bring that energy. I think defense brings energy. I won championships by playing just defensive rebounder, so I understand the importance of that. It's something that kind of came into the league with that mindset.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
We'll go Nathan, then Megan Hall. Nathan, then Megan.
Hey, good morning, Angel. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm good.
Just congratulations on, a rookie season, from just endorsementships to even just partnerships as well, and even just singing with Usher. Just put into perspective how your amazing mother also guided you through your first season. And now that you're in the podcasting space, is being unapologetically Angel a movement to inspire women athletes to control their own narrative, through storytelling? Or is it you reminding everyone that you're still standing on everything that transpired and what's to come?
Okay, I'll answer the podcast one first. That's kind of both. Being able to take my voice back and being able to own my voice. Obviously, over the years from college until I started my podcast, I was able to give everybody else the narrative to say whatever they wanted to say, believe it or not, true or false, being able to have that. And me not being able to say anything, that's what I kind of miss about being not so famous, because I used to be able to type in on Twitter and clap back or say things back, but now I'm in a space where I really can't do that anymore, and I feel like my podcast is really an outlet for me to adjust things and then move on from it. And that's something that I really love about my podcast. And not just that, being able to have other people come onto my podcast and share their stories or share false narratives about them. I don't know if you watched the Lotto podcast with me and her, and she was able to address some things in the media. Obviously, maybe the sports side wasn't able to see, but obviously the culture, the pop culture, the rap culture, and the music industry was able to see that, and she was able to clear some things up too. So I wanted my podcast, and I still continue to want my podcast to be a free space for people to come on and being able to be themselves, and also just to be able to like have their own voice and being able to just to feel safe and to be a safe space for people. Your second question about my mom, obviously my mom kind of made it known that I wasn't be able to go to college. I wasn't going to be able to do these things without me being able. Well, I wouldn't be able to go to college without being able to be on a scholarship. So I kind of was in a mindset where I have to go get it regardless because I wanted these things in my life. Luckily, I was blessed to be able to get an athletic scholarship, an academic scholarship to school, and then continue my journey. And she kind of made me become like an independent woman because we didn't have all the luxury growing up. I mean, we didn't grow up poor, but we didn't grow up where we had all the money and everything was given to us. So I kind of got into a mindset where I have to grind, I have to do this, and now I like look back at it like it was all worth the days I didn't want to get up and go to practice or go to school and have to do those things, and knowing that like I always appreciate the way I was raised, because I'll always and humbly just be able to know like this was not just given to me. I had to actually really work for it.
Thanks, Nathan. We'll go Megan, then Julia.
Hey, Angel. Good morning. Congratulations on a wonderful rookie season. First time I saw you was at the draft, and now we're seeing you again after this season. I wanted to ask you, from then till now, what does it mean to be one of the faces of the W?
It's amazing. I remember draft night, or not even just draft night, that whole weekend, being able to get with all the girls and finally coming together after we've had amazing collegiate careers. Being able to just to talk to some of the women and just being able to know like this is going to change. This is going to change women's basketball, and knowing that like it was epic. I was just so blessed to luckily be there. I've watched the draft every year. I always posted on my Instagram story like I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. And finally being able to be there and be in that moment was just a blessing. I'll never take it for granted. Just being able to be surrounded by so many great people. I've met so many great people in New York, and just knowing it was bigger than basketball, because we have friendships. Being able to talk to the girls, like you think on the court, like it's competition and you hate each other, but like being able to understand who those girls were and just understanding like maybe one day we can play with each other, and knowing like it was just straight competition. So I was happy, and I'm just happy to continue to help grow women's basketball as best as we can.
Thanks, Megan. We'll go Julia, then Annie.
Hey, Angel, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. First, kind of two-part question. Just wondering how recovery is going from your injury, and then once you're cleared to get back into full training, just kind of what is your checklist of things that you want to work on or improve in the off season?
Yeah, so my recovery has been great. Just continuing to do whatever the doctor tells me to do. I obviously can't do much. I was able to get a removable brace now, so just that's great. Obviously, the first week I had to have the brace that wasn't removable, so that process has been really good for me. Being able to just continue to work out. I've been able just to continue to just run, doing some things with one hand, but not much. But being able to try to stay in shape as best as I can. But hopefully October 8th, I'll be able to figure what's next for me. Obviously, hopefully this comes off and I can actually start physical therapy with my hand and get back to full motion. And then I'll be able to be full go on the things that I had the list of working on. I mean, obviously the top of my list is to be able to be in better shape. That's one of my number one things. And nutrition for me, I think that would just help me even longer. Obviously, coming into the league, I didn't think I was only playing 40 minutes. And I did play 40 minutes, and at times I felt tired, at times I didn't feel tired, but just being able to be in top-notch shape, and I think that separates you from a lot of great players. So that's one of my number two things. Number three, just being able to just work on the little things and looking back at the things that I know I need to fix or just need to clean up on. Being able to work on my footwork, obviously around the basket and continue to finish through contact. I think I'm pretty strong. I want to get a little stronger, obviously, too. I think I did a good job this year being able to battle, but being able to just to continue to grow and being able to get stronger and just continuing just to extend my game out. I think this season is going to be really crucial for me to just gain confidence. I take the shots in practice. I take the shots in workouts, and knowing that, like, again, talking to D-Wade, he was like, we actually trained with the same trainer. And he was just like, when you get the move, like, just try it. You have to try it. Like, you have to do it. You have to try it. So I think, honestly, this offseason is going to be about confidence for me. I know I can hit the shots, but it's just going into it with a mindset. Like, it's okay if you miss the first shot, being able to take the second. If you miss the second, take the third. So just being able to do that. So I'm really excited for this offseason. I'm excited to continue just to grow my game and just to be better.
Awesome. Thank you, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
We got time for a couple more. We'll go Annie, then Rob.
Hey, Angel, you've obviously been talked about from the franchise perspective and even from the outside perspective as the future of this franchise. So given, again, your status as this future cornerstone piece of this franchise, I'm curious what you feel like is the biggest need for the team to address ahead of next season so that a step forward is taken from 2024 to 2025.
I think we're all just going to continue to get better. Obviously, we're going to have free agents and we're going to have people that we're looking at as well. I think it's going to start from the top. I told Coach Spoon, I said, you were too nice this year. I know she's going to be, not meaner, but I think she's going to be more stern on things. I think it's going to start there, and then it goes to our vets that we already signed back. So luckily, we'll be able to have that voice. I think for myself, that I can speak on, I think I'm going to be more of a vocal leader. I think this year I was a little quiet just because I was a rookie and I wanted to come in and just kind of learn and grow. And I think that kind of shifted. I kind of became more vocal because I kind of was pushed into it. But I think being able to go into next year, being able to have some more veteran leadership, being able to have more voices, I think that's going to be something I'm really looking for. I think, obviously, I don't have no doubt that Jeff and Teaspoon are going to bring the right pieces around, and I'm just continuing to look at that and obviously do what I can because I'm a good GM a little bit on the low, but being able just to help as best as I can and just being able to do whatever it takes for somebody to want to come to this organization and feel comfortable and loved and wanting to come here and do what we want to do, and that's win.
So are you in Jeff's ear then? You say you're a GM on the low. Are you in his ear a little bit?
Of course. No, I'm not in his ear. Obviously players reach out and say they would love to play with me, so I'll just let him know when he does what he wants with it.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Of course.
Last one, Rob. Sorry, guys, we only got time for one more. We'll go Rob.
Hey, Angel. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just wanted to ask you, what are you most proud of this year for you? More so off the court. Obviously you've had a lot to navigate on and off the court, a lot of the outside noise and things of that nature. What are you most proud of yourself in navigating that? And also, what was the biggest challenge that maybe we don't know about that you had to navigate?
That's a good question. Two good questions.
Thank you.
One thing I'm proud of, it's really hard for me to I wasn't able to sit and congratulate myself on a lot of things. And I've never been like that. I think I don't know, I've always been in a mindset of everything that you did today looks good tomorrow, then you didn't do anything today. So I've done a lot of amazing things, and of course that you guys give me praise about. I know I got in a press conference one time, I was I'm not trying to talk about a rebound record because my importance is to win. When you win a championship, that's the biggest thing for me. I just really, really want to win. So I don't know a point in this season that I was oh, you did that? I'm really proud because I really don't give myself a lot of grace, which I need to do. I'm going to probably do a little bit more of going into year two. I think my biggest challenge, probably maybe I felt I had went into a little slump coming out of the Olympic break, and it kind of was a little hard for me to kind of get out of it. Obviously I wasn't making shots, and I think it was just mental for me, just being able to be in the right space with the right coaches and the right teammates, and they really helped me with that. So yeah, I think that was kind of the biggest challenge, but I got out of it. But then unfortunately, I broke my wrist. So I think that was kind of the only challenge for me this year. I think overall this year, it was really good for me, and it was really beneficial for me. And I think my rookie season was just something I wouldn't even change for anything.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Angel. Thank you guys.